Chapter 8. Identity. If attention determines what we notice about the world, identity determines what we believe about ourselves. Identity is the quiet answer each person carries to a simple but powerful question. Who am I? The answer rarely appears as a clear sentence in the mind. Instead, it lives as a set of assumptions about what we are capable of, what roles we belong in, and what kind of life feels possible. These assumptions form an invisible boundary. Inside that boundary, action feels natural. Outside it, even obvious opportunities can feel strangely inaccessible. A person who believes they are not the kind of person who understands money may avoid learning about finance even when the knowledge would improve their life. Someone who believes they are not creative may never attempt the activities that could reveal otherwise. Someone who believes they do not belong in certain rooms may remain silent even when they have something valuable to say. In each case, the limitation is not imposed by reality alone. It is maintained by identity. Most identities form early and quietly. They grow out of childhood experiences, cultural narratives, praise and criticism, and the interpretations we make about success and failure. Over time, these interpretations begin to feel like facts. But identity is not a fixed description of what a person is. It is a working model the mind uses to predict what is possible, and like any model, it can change. The shift rarely occurs through a single dramatic moment. More often, it happens through small contradictions to the old story. Trying something new, learning something difficult, discovering competence where none was expected. Each experience slightly revises the boundary. What once felt impossible becomes imaginable. What once felt unimaginable becomes normal. Gradually, the identity expands. This process explains why growth often feels uncomfortable. To step beyond the current identity is to temporarily inhabit a version of oneself that is not yet fully formed. The mind resists that uncertainty. Yet every meaningful development in life requires crossing that boundary at least once. A wise life, therefore, involves holding identity with a certain humility, not clinging too tightly to the story of who we have been, not assuming the current boundary represents the full range of who we might become. Instead, identity becomes something more flexible, a working understanding of oneself that remains open to revision. When identity softens in this way, something important becomes possible. The boundary that once limited a life begins to move outward, and with it, the range of possible lives expands.